No ad spend. 30 G's a month, USD. Biggest
Yeah, right.
client from Australia, bro. So when people say, oh, people in Australia, like the business not like in the US and whatever, I'm like,
Yeah, yeah.
no, mate, like you got it all wrong. That's what I thought. That's what,
It's always a concern, but yeah, no, that's very good to hear.
because when you get a client that is big enough and has budget, and and they're covering large areas like territories, man,
Mm.
you can scale like nothing, you know?
Yeah, yeah,
So don't ever think. I used to put everything in a box. I'm like, okay, cool. I think that's what it is. That's what it is. That's that, whatever. But it's just not true. It's not, it's simply not true, you
So
know?
when you say you got a client, is that more of like an EPC type arrangement? Is that what you mean by?
Just agency client,
Yeah, okay, right. Yeah,
like a solar company. They did
yeah, okay.
sales and installs
Yeah,
all throughout. I don't know if it's all throughout Australia, but pretty much the predominant. I think they're doing like 3 or 4 different areas, and they were
right.
crushing it. You know,
Yeah,
so yeah, we were getting paid good money,
yeah,
and
nice.
and like I said, I mean, 30 grand. That was 30 grand a month, no ad spend. Like that was just the fee.
Yeah,
so
right.
so it's amazing, dude. I mean, it's you can get people like that for sure. I do believe though, however, people like that are like people tend to be a little bit more reserved nowadays because there's a lot more people that are kind of offering these type of services.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I tell everyone that wants to do this for a living, I a lot of people are like, oh, I don't know if I'm gonna like this and whatever. Dude, whatever it is that you decide to do, okay? You might decide to knit clothes. I don't know. Okay. Whatever it is that you decide to do, you have to put content out there. The faceless companies are not getting the market share anymore.
Yeah.
They're not. People that are willing to put their face to the world are getting market share right now. Okay.
Yeah, right.
A lot of people are thinking like, oh, I'm just gonna message like a few people a day and I'm gonna get some meetings. And what do you think is gonna happen to your meetings? You might get meetings, but I can close out of 5 people. I can close 2 or 3, and you would be like, can I see some testimonials? Can I please like call some of your clients? I don't get it. I don't get that anymore. No one's ever says
Yeah,
that. Why? Because it's all online. What else do you need? I've been doing this for 4 years, you
it's
know?
already been done.
Yeah,
Well, they've
it's
already
like,
seen
so
it, I
what
guess.
I'm
So
trying to say is, of course you have to start somewhere, but you like the biggest tip I can give anybody, okay? If you've decided this is what you want to do, I want to build a solar agency. Cool. Do it all the way. Don't do it half-ass. Don't do it like, oh, I'm just gonna message a few people here. I'm just gonna dude, you need to scream at the top of your lungs what you're doing. Nobody's gonna know otherwise. You look like a scammer. And the thing is, you're such a nice individual. I can already tell you, you're such a nice individual, but these people won't know that.
yeah,
They won't know that. So you have to put yourself. So what happens if Ivan? But what happens if I don't like the agency's pace after like a year? Cool. You've given it your all. Now you're gonna go into something else, and you're gonna do it again at 100%. I'm telling you this, dude. Everything that you put your mind to, you can do it. Okay. But
yeah,
the reason why people just don't get anywhere with it, not just in the agency space, but just in general, like they really have the wrong idea. Then like, you know what I think? Because that's how I used to think. I'm gonna half-ass it. until I get some results, and then I'm going to go all in. No,
Yeah.
it's the other way around. It's the other way around. You know, you have to go all in and then get the results and continue to go full force, you know? So, I used to be a faceless company, you know? I told my team one day we were doing this, and I got sick and tired of people telling me, I need to see some testimonials of yours. I need to I'm gonna shop around and I'm gonna do the shopping around is fine. But like, you know, I'm gonna need to speak to some of your past clients. And I've done all that. This is a waste of time. I've had people call my clients and waste an hour plus of their time. And all they wanted to ask is a couple of questions about working with Ivan, you know? Now nobody does that. I'm like, if you're too stupid to see what's online, I don't want to work with you. You have no common sense to a point where you haven't even done your due diligence. You deserve to be scammed.
Well, I guess even then, you know, if you do get them as a client, they're going to continue to ask questions and be a headache to you anyway, aren't they? Really?
Yeah. So
Most likely, anyway.
So that's what I'm saying, man. Honestly, like, just going all in, will reward you in ways you couldn't even believe possible, you know. And the branding aspect of it too, man. Like, I don't run any ads right now. I get calls every day. Yesterday I had like 7 or 8 calls just from my small YouTube channel. Like,
yeah, right.
A lot of people are like, yeah, but you only have like 5,000 subscribers. Dude, I have 5,000 subscribers, but they're loyal because I put out content and people seem to like it. And so I get on calls with people, like, I do about 7 or 8 calls a day. Everything comes from my YouTube channel. And you literally, like, and if you wanted to start something and have a quote unquote faceless company, like, do you know what you have to go through to get 7 or 8 meetings? It's insane. Like, it's crazy, dude. You have to like send cold emails, talk to clients, just like that, dude. I don't talk to anybody. They fill out a
Recreate that
form.
system.
Yeah, and they schedule a call, right? And I help them with whatever I can, and sometimes I can't help them, but at least, you know, I communicate that with them. You know, I'm at the point where I just like, yeah. So go ahead, man. Like, what, you know, in terms of like starting, what's missing? What are you looking to do? Like, just get around the sales aspect or the marketing aspect? Like, what?
Yeah, probably the marketing aspect, like the whole generating leads and then acquiring as well, is probably where I'd like to start anyway. Obviously, I don't have the experience that others do in sort of sales and marketing, but well, I guess your advice would be good, like for a person in my situation, because I was wondering whether to start off with the sort of lead gen. You got the lead gen course, right? And then you've got this Solar Boss side of things.
Yeah.
And so I guess also what are the similarities between those two, or is there one that you would recommend?
That's a great, yeah. That's a great question. You know what, you bring it up, and it makes me think. Maybe I haven't done a good job of explaining to people, like, what's the differentiation point between the two. You know, and I'm like, because you're not the first person that says that. I'm like, they're like, Ivan, what's the difference between the two?
right.
I'm like, so all right, so the Solar Boss. The reason why we call it all the Solar Boss is because the premise of the channel was, hey, you come in, you want to work for yourself. You don't have to be tied to a company. You can do that yourself. So I was like, what do I call it? What do I call it? Solar Boss. Why? Because you're going to be your own boss in solar, right?
Yeah.
Now, the difference between the two is the Solar Boss is basically, that was my first ever product that I created. And it's for people that are pretty much like brand new to solar, and it teaches them how to find an installer, how to vet them, how to negotiate with them, how to sell over the phone, how to find good markets to sell in, how to, like, everything from A to Z. Right. And then, so it's more sales oriented. Okay.
Mhm.
The other product that I have, which is the lead gen course, the Solid Boss Lead Gen, is that's specifically just marketing, just lead generation. How do you get leads? So, it's like many different ways of getting leads, through using your sphere of influence. Through the main way of, obviously, of the course is we teach you how to run Facebook ads and Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, whatever. So that's what we do. So that if you're an agency, for example, I have a lot of agencies that did that. I didn't know that was going to be one of the core audiences that they're going to be interested in that, but
Yeah.
yeah. So, it just helps you cut through the BS and go straight to, okay, this is what's going to get me results if I am in solar, or this is what's going to get my client results. Because a lot of people, and I used to be that type of person, like sell, and then worry about getting results later. But now I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm really quite the opposite, bro. I want to make sure that I have a good product, a good service, and then we market the shit out of it.
Yeah.
So, and I also, the fact that that's how I operate too, as well, is I can only sell things I truly believe in. Right. It's much, don't get me
Makes
wrong,
it
like,
easy to sell to, right?
yeah, like it like, if I don't have, if I'm not, if I don't have to, if I don't believe in a product, I won't have conviction. It's just,
Yeah.
it's not like it's impossible for me to sell it, but it's much easier if I do believe in the product and the things that are the idea behind it. So, so for me right now, it's much more important to put out an amazing product that solves a lot of people's problems. And, they don't have to go through I would say pain, because, yeah, kind of, a lot of pain and frustration along the way trying to figure it out and stuff like that. Now they
Yeah.
can just spend a couple of grand, jack the course, and freaking go at it. It
Go from
solves
there. Yeah.
solves so many of the problems that people would have if they were trying to do this on their own. Like, it's just,
Yeah.
so.
So it sounds like then that lead gen course is probably what I'm after then.
Yeah, definitely the lead
Would
gen.
you agree
And,
there?
and
Yeah.
and a lot of people are like, does that work in Australia? Does that work? Bro, I had a client from the Czech Republic, and he's smashing it. I actually have a testimonial with him. We're gonna upload it to YouTube, but dude, it is insane. Like, I didn't even know it would work in the Czech Republic. The guy took my strategies. He was a marketing agency. Took my strategies and was delivering great results for his clients in Czech Republic. If somebody would ask me before that happened if that's possible, I'd say, honestly, I don't know. Because I don't know the Czech Republic
Yeah.
market. But I know it works in top tier countries for sure. And I'm telling you this, dude, it will work anywhere. I have people using my strategies in South Africa, Australia, all around Europe, the entire United States, Canada, if you will. So it's tested, you know? So, and like I said, the
That
strategy,
already.
yeah, like I said, the strategies that the we implemented to get results for our biggest client, which was from Australia, um, was what we put in the course. Exactly the same.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
exactly the same. The goal was to reveal the curtain to what we do behind the scenes, what we charge thousands of dollars a month for, and just give it away. I thought it was going to be a lot more of a solar professionals type of clientele that we would have and stuff like that. But later on, I found out that attracts a lot of people that wants to learn marketing and want to help solar
Yeah.
companies. So I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, heck yeah, let's do that.
Nice. We'll take that.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, man, I believe that sales is important, but you need to, for me, is very important to believe in the product and the service that I'm selling in. So knowing that, just buying something like that and knowing that you can deliver results to your clients would make a lot of difference on when you have conversations with them.
Yeah, cool.
Mm-hmm.
No, good. That's cleared that a little bit anyway. So
Yeah.
I think this call was through your Solar Boss side of things.
Yep.
But yeah,
Yep.
that sounds like definitely the lead gen is probably the better way to go.
Definitely.
Nice.
Yeah. And then do you have any other questions? Anything related to the agency model?
Yeah, so the agency model, so you get your leads in, and then just you sell them onwards to your clients that you've also got in, right? So
Mhm.
I guess a question. I did watch a video with you talking about EPCs. Are they clients? Would they be clients as well? A
They
form
would
of
be.
client, or is
They
that
would they would
yeah,
be, yes. So it's, for me, it's very rare to get a client that's an EPC. I'll tell you why, because most EPCs are not big enough and they can only target a very, very small, I mean, not a small area, but like in comparison to other installers or EPCs, it's like a very, very small area. They could probably target like 2 cities and that's it, you know?
okay? So EPCs are very sort of local based
Yeah, yeah.
companies.
Because that's, let's say they have like a couple of crews, they can only install within the certain parameters from where their office
Yeah, yeah.
location is, for example, or their warehouse, So that's why I don't really like to work with EPCs. Now,
Okay.
actually, let me rephrase that. I love to work with EPCs, but the right ones, you know?
Yeah.
And our client from Australia happened to
And
be,
the right ones being
the right
ones that are
EPC is a company that takes care of, so okay, so the EPC, usually the EPC type of company, they make money on the install. And within solar, you also have like a sales company. People that don't install, they just sell. But
yeah.
if you have an installer that also has a sales division and they're pretty good at what they do, which is rare, but if they're pretty good at what they do, then it's a match made in heaven. It's a
Yeah.
it's great to work with people like that. But most of the time,
They're just harder to
they're
find, yeah. And they
most of the
don't
time
necessarily
they're one or the other. So
not good at both. Yeah,
that's
yeah.
what I tell my people that want to start an agency, especially in solar. I have nothing to hide, so I give it all away, But I'm like,
Yeah, you
don't.
do, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you. Um, I'm like, don't try and find people on Google and try and scrub their email addresses and then send them an email campaign. Like, don't do that. It's a waste of time because your ideal client is not the EPC. Like I wouldn't say 9, but 8 times out of 10, it's not the right client for you to work with. Why?
Right.
Because if you're going to run ads for them, you're very limited to what the area you can target. And it's like,
Yeah, yeah.
to me, it's like Russian roulette. It might work, but it might not. Like if you give me 3 specific zip codes, you're like, Van, I want leads there. I'm like, bro, I don't know what those zip codes are gonna do right now. They might shit the bed. And what do we do then? Then it's Ivan's fault, right? No, I'm gonna tell you exactly what you could expect so that it's not, you're basically you got a heads up right from the start.
Yeah.
And people
So
people actually
with that,
people do appreciate that, bro. They're like, oh
yeah,
wow,
yeah.
You're not trying to like sell me the dream. I'm like, no, you can go to someone else if you want to be sold a dream. I'm telling you reality because that's what you're going to be faced with in a couple of weeks
Mm.
when So
The truth's going to come out in the end.
yeah,
So
I'd rather tell you the truth than finding out the truth and then blaming me for not telling you the
yeah,
truth.
that's it.
It's like,
Yeah. So yeah, so when you run your sort of ads and things, and you're saying that's more of a statewide thing, so you get a larger catchment. Is
Yes.
that the idea?
Yes.
And then and the clients that you want are generally people that can service statewide or larger areas. So then you
Yeah.
can
It doesn't have,
sell those
sometimes
leads to
citywide
them.
is
Yeah.
okay, but I've found that from experience, if you can sell, if you can target the entire state, even if you get a lead from like a really rural area and you can't sell that lead, whatever, just by virtue of you targeting a larger area, your overall lead cost is going to be much lower.
Yeah.
Okay. And
Yeah.
so that's why, because these platforms, these social media platforms, whenever you start to like pinpoint down to like the zips and whatever, they're like, okay, this guy wants to doesn't give us any options. They don't like that. And so if there's a lot of competition in the market, which usually there is, and because everyone wants like the same areas, you know,
Yeah. Yep.
and then your lead cost is just naturally more expensive. That's how it works.
No, it makes sense.
It's I don't know, it's a weird dynamic algorithm, whatever you want to call it, but that's just how it works in social media, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, so the
No, very
company
good.
that can target the widest area, I don't want to say usually wins, but most likely,
Yeah.
you'll
Better
have
odds anyway.
better odds for
Yeah.
sure. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Nice. And acquiring your clients, how do you normally go about doing that? So I've got an
Two
understanding of
two methods. Two
yeah.
methods I have. Go ahead. Finish your
Oh, I was going to say was I've got an understanding of how you acquire your lead, how you to acquire leads,
yeah.
but then yeah, the client side of things, I guess I'm not fully up to speed on.
Yeah. So, I mean, first of all, you have to realize what your core audience is. I tell people your core audience, your ideal client avatar, it is not a mere installer that's located in California, like Southern California, right? Your ideal clients are people who sell, so sales reps, sales orgs, um, you know, master dealer, whatever. Like your ideal audience is people who sell, not
Yeah.
people who install. Okay. Now
Okay.
there are companies out there who sell and install, but it's like I said, I mean, it's very
Yeah.
rare
They're
for me
the
to see a company that does both, and they do both
yeah.
very well to a high
Yeah.
standard. You know, so so two things, okay? Two ways to grow. One is through an outbound outreach method. Okay. So you
Yeah.
just figure out, you reverse engineer, okay, so these people are hanging out where? On Facebook, in Facebook groups, on LinkedIn, on Instagram, okay, if you will. A lot more people are starting to hang out on Instagram. And
Mm-hmm.
then yeah, that's the outbound. Okay.
Yep.
And then you pretty much like you hit him with the script, you know. You hit him with the script, and you follow up, you know how to follow up, stuff like that. And you get him on the phone, right? But what I do tell people now, oh, the second way, sorry. The second way is through inbound. So
Mm-hmm.
you pay, you have ads going, like you have ads running with your face in it, talking about the problems, talking about what you can give them, stuff like that, what they're gonna get, and you run ads to a landing page where they book a call to action, right?
Yeah.
Like fill out a
Cool.
form, book a call, whatever. Okay. And you put them through. Most clients won't buy right then and there. You shouldn't be mad at them. It's just how it works. They need to do more research. They need to see more of your work. They need to see, like, they're just shopping, okay? And that's okay.
Yeah.
Now, a small percentage of that entire audience that are coming in inbound or outbound for that matter, a small percentage of that, probably less than 5%, is going to be, they're going to be ready to go right now, but it's a very, very small segment of the audience. Very, very small segment, you know? With the rest, you just have to follow up.
Yeah.
Put them in your CRM, put them in your notes, like send them text messages, call them up. Hey, Luke, what's going on, man? Everything good? Just checking in. You know, not talking about your business, like just becoming their friend, building that relationship. Sales now is a lot more about building a relationship with somebody than it is to just sell people on what you have, you know?
Yeah.
Like even you, like you've built a relationship with me, obviously not personally, just with the content that I have. And then you decided that it's worthy of your time for you to schedule a call.
Yeah, that's right. It's true.
Right. So it's exactly the way it works with your ideal audience. It's exactly the same way, you know? So I like to do it. If you're going to have any outbound, any marketing going on, trust me, man, like just have content on social media. Have content, okay? Look, listen. A lot of people think like they got to be experts to talk about shit. I'm like, no, dude. You're 2 steps in front of your clients. You're 2 steps in front of your clients. You know stuff they don't know, okay? So you're going to talk about it. And that's how it works. That's how you come up with content. And then when they look you up, they're like, oh, okay. Because if you start now, and then 6 months later, you can have 100 videos, for example, like reels for Instagram or whatever, you know? You can have 100 pieces of content. You're much better off than somebody who doesn't have anything and it just messaging people behind the keyboard.
Yeah.
People don't resonate with that, bro. It's just how it is. So anything I would start, doesn't matter how I would approach it, like I would always do content.
Yeah.
You know, because I'll have techniques, I'll have strategies, I have this, that. I know more than the client who I am going to serve. That is it. Bottom line. And so they need to be aware of that. I know more than them. And the best way to do that without, hey, John, let me get on a call to show you how much of an expert I am. Okay. Like without that, the other way to do it is through content, which is somebody in their own time, you know, whenever they have time throughout the day, they'll be doing this and they'll be watching Luke for like 15, 20, 30 minutes straight.
That's what I've been doing with you for the last few weeks, mate.
I had a guy yesterday. I was like, "Are you Ivan, the YouTuber?" I was like, "For real? Like, this is not a sales guy. It's you." So I was like, "Yeah, bro, it's me." So it's so like you create. Yeah, I have a small YouTube channel, but you create authority within that space, and that's what people miss. You're like, even on the sales call, like you need to have authority over the other side. Otherwise, you're not gonna be able to transfer the beliefs that you have into them because they're gonna have their guard up like this. Like they need to first believe that you are the expert. You are like almost like people coming in on the call pre-sold. Like they already know, they've made up their mind that you're an expert. They like what you're doing. They resonate with you. They like how you talk. Okay. Because sometimes, dude, honestly, I've seen people, and that's okay. We're all human beings and everyone's different. Not everyone's going to resonate with my energy. Not everyone's going to resonate with my accent, if you will. Not everyone's going to resonate with how I say things, right? But some people would. Like I can't bro, I've seen people that have such good quality content, but I'm like, bro, I swear to God, I cannot listen to you for 2 minutes straight.
Like without an audiobook or Audible.
Yeah, it's like without feeling like I want to pull my hair out. And that's what I'm saying. Like you can't, the market share that you're going to take within your space, it's going to be with people who resonate with you. Okay. So you definitely need to have that. Okay. Definitely. That's the reason why I created my channel. I was like, I don't know what's going to come out of this. All right. I said that to my team. Guys, I don't know what's going to come out of this. I feel it's the right thing to do. So let's do it. And I'm going to start making content. And guess what, bro? It piles up. 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 And all of a sudden, dude, all of a sudden I have hundreds of videos, hundreds of free stuff. And people like some people sit there and just, they go through the free stuff. They go through the free stuff and they decide they want to talk to me or my team. Right. So, and that's how it works. That's the power of social media. You cannot escape that. If you think you're going to have a business, like a faceless business, then you are wrong. And if the person who's not everyone feels comfortable being on camera, I understand these things. Okay. They don't come natural to everybody, but the way you get to being comfortable on camera, we can talk about, right? Not personally to you, Luke, but just anybody, right? The way we can talk about breaking that so you can say whatever you want to say, yeah, we can work on that. But I just want you to know that this is it. There's no escaping. That's like saying I want to sell my marketing service without doing sales calls, or without doing bro, that's cool. I mean, somebody has to do them. If it's not you, somebody else will have to do them, but you can't grow without calls. Like it just, I mean, I guess I don't want to go on the tangent, but I guess you can. I mean, you can run webinars and stuff like that. But
no, but I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. No, I think that clears pretty much most things up. So that the lead gen side of things is definitely the way forward, I believe.
Yeah, it is, man. It is. And if you have any questions, I'm in the Discord channel as well. If you do end up getting the course or whatever.
Yeah, cool. Yeah.
And also, like, if you have any questions, just hit me up on Instagram, bro. I live on Instagram, so
yeah, nice
way to do that.
Yeah, that's my preferred method as well, Instagram. So
yeah, but if you decided that that's what you want to do, bro, let's go, like full force.
Yeah,
it's not as difficult as people make it out to be. It is simple, just like getting apps. Right. It's simple, but nobody wants to do the work.
Yeah,
it's the same thing in this. So it's
nice.
Not very
good. And I'm glad I found you, and I appreciate the call.
I would love to come to Australia one day.
I will. Man, if you do, hit me up.
Dude, I'd love to come to Sydney.
Can show you a good time.
Dude, what's it like right now where you guys are? Like, is it hot or is it?
No, so what we are June, so it's winter, middle of winter now.
Yeah,
First day winter started
like
June.
The
so
seasons are like reversed, right?
Yeah, that's right. But if you go further north you go, so Queensland, up that sort of way, it's still quite warm. It's actually quite a nice time of year to be up there because it's not as sticky, not as humid. It's actually a really beautiful time to be up sort of north in that Queensland area, and the beaches up there are
so
amazing.
The winter, what's the temperatures like?
So where I am, so around Sydney,
you're
still getting quite cool. You can get sort of around 10 degrees Celsius.
10?
Yeah, cool. Down 10s. That is enough to have a fire. So we got a fireplace. You probably see at the back there. So it's enough to have a bit of fire, which is quite nice. But yeah, sort of definitely both hot and cold as well. So
that's cool, man. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, cool, bro. I appreciate you.
And, no, thank you.
And I look forward to
give me a lot to thought about it. And that lead gen's the way forward. So appreciate it.
Yeah.
Appreciate all your hard work.
Thank you, brother. You're the man.
Thanks, mate. Thanks very much. Enjoy the rest of your day.
You too. Bye for now.